Welcome to Sunday Night Charts with Jim of All Trades. Good to see you. Good to have you here. I hope you're well. Guys, we're going to look at the Moon Boy counts. We're going to look at the Bear Boy counts and everything in between. I personally believe we're probably going to be going up, down, sideways action in this range for the next couple of weeks until the election, guys, next 2 or 3 weeks. So it's kind of the way I'm seeing the charts tonight. So not going anywhere tonight, not going anywhere tomorrow. We're just going to probably play around in this range for a bit. Well, we're going to get into that, why I think that, and what we're looking at very, very shortly, guys. But this is the Sunday Night Charts with Jim of All Trades. Hope you're having a great night. Don't forget, I'm not here to give you financial advice, just here to show you what I think from an Elliott wave perspective. We look at wave structure around here to see where price might be showing us it might be going. So with that said, guys, let's dive into the analysis. Let me say hi to everybody that's here. Let me know in the chat you can hear me and see me. I'm not sure I'm seeing. Let me reload my chat here. I disconnected earlier. Let me reload it here. See what you guys are saying. If anybody's saying anything. Hey, there's Seth. Got his popcorn ready to rock. Good to see you, man. How you doing, buddy? Hope you're well. Miss you. What's up, Kimosabi? Hope you're well. You're here for financial advice. Sounds good. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. What's up, Andrew Vegas? Where's the beef? Man, you know what? I don't know. I think it's at I think it's at Wendy's, isn't it? Isn't that where's the beef is? So what's up? Keith Moonboy. Moonboy count's coming. Promise. What's up, Sean Stedman? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning in, dude. Appreciate you. And Mr. Durgam, yeah, I'm doing really well. Doing just fine. Doing just fine. All right. With that said, guys, let's jump into the analysis, guys. I think I've said hi to everybody. Let me just look here at. Oh, I'm on the wrong. I was trying to figure out where my trade was. Couldn't figure out why I couldn't see my trade on my screen. There it is. Got it. All right. Well, let's jump into the analysis here, guys, and see what's going on. All right, just setting up a trade there. So, guys, it's up or down right now. Let me turn off my VPN, see if that helps anything. Tell you, because my computer's been jumping around lately on TradingView. Anybody else having trouble with that? Having trouble with What's up, Joseph? How's it going, man? All right, everybody good? Can you still hear me and see me? Let me know in the chat, please, because I was having some computer issues. Trading was being, yeah, mine just been jumping around. I don't know if it's my internet connection or what. I have a yeah, I don't have my video on because I just don't want to be seen right now. All right, sounds still good. All right, let's get rocking, guys. Let me see if I can talk about what's happening here on the screen. But man, my mouse is jumping around. It's kind of frustrating. I tell you, I've been having trouble with that the last couple of weeks. All right, 3-day chart. As I said last week, guys, on the 3-day, it's looking kind of bullish, okay? The chart is looking bullish on the 3-day. And we're at that stage where the price could go up or it could go down, okay? It's like, you know, and I have some bullish counts, I got bearish counts, and I got sideways counts for now. So And I kind of think it's going to take a while. We're not going to bust up and out of here right now. But guys, the chart as it looks at this very moment, just looking at that right there looks bullish. It looks poised to pop and get started moving to the upside. Okay, so right now this looks like we got a 1-2 to the upside, and now we got another 1-2 rocking, and this looks like this is what it needs to do. Okay, so that's a possibility. There's your moon boy count, Keith, right there. That is the moon boy count. All right, that we've just got a 1-2, 1-2 put in, and we're getting ready to start breaking the trend lines to the upside. And that could happen in the coming weeks. It could happen after the election. It could happen before the election. I don't really know how things are going to play out along with the geopolitical landscape of everything. I've been trying to figure that out. What are plausible scenarios that may play out with the markets as far as the election, the American election is concerned, U.S. presidential election. That said, I kind of think the markets do not like uncertainty, and we are in an uncertain phase. So I think the markets are going to be kind of, just going sideways until there's no more uncertainty, until there's a president that's elected. And then whatever move we're expecting to see, more than likely we're going to fake out to the opposite side for a couple of days to a week or two, and then it's going to go a way that we don't expect. Okay, so that's probably the way it's going to play out, right? So I'm looking for probably sideways action on the smaller time frame between now and the election, and then there's going to be an immediate reaction to the markets, probably a fake out, probably more than likely it's going to fake it out, and then start trending one way or the other, depending on which way it fakes out. Excuse me. All right, let's zoom into the 4 hour. Let's elaborate on this moon boy count. I'm starting here because the chart immediately looks bullish, but something you got to know, guys, and something I say all the time, guys. Whatever it looks obviously on the chart is usually the market will move the opposite direction. Okay. In other words, the chart will go where you expect it to go, just not in the way you expect it. So, for instance, let me give you a couple of scenarios. For instance, if you're looking, for instance, let's just say the price was going up. You got a three-way pullback like this. Where do you expect price to go? Well, you expect price after a three-way move to kind of pull back, right? I mean, it's already pulled back to kind of maybe pull back a little bit and then rock, right? Well, a lot of times what they'll do is they'll say, okay, they'll give you that look, right? They'll give you what you expect to see. Boom. Hit the high, go hit the low, and then go. Okay? So it will go where you expected it to go, but it'll take you out of the trade first before it goes there. Okay? So when the chart sets up and something you see on the chart is super beautiful, you got to realize that price doesn't move in beautiful ways. It's going to move in such a way that to entice you into a trade, it will then take you out of that trade first, and then go the way you were trading it, and that's the way the market moves. It's called a whipsaw, guys. It's just the way the market moves. Here's a whipsaw right here. Market goes sideways, sideways, sideways. It will whip down, whip up, and then boom, and then go. Okay, and this little motion right there is the whipsaw. Fake out to the low, fake out to the high, take you out, and then go. Okay? You thought it was going. In fact, what they'll do is you thought, boom, it's going here. Here we go. But no, it'll take you out first and then go. This is also what we could call an expansion phase, okay, of the market where the range it'll tighten up, okay, consolidate, and then it'll expand, and then boom, take you out. It'll trend one way or the other. Whichever the obvious direction is, it generally goes the opposite. So if price is consolidating, going sideways, fakes out to the upside, fakes out to the downside, and then boom. Okay, and then there you go. That's a whipsaw, guys. Okay, it looks like a heartbeat. Boom, 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 boom. Heartbeats. Okay, So that's the heartbeat of the market, the whipsaw, and that's how they're going to take you out. So you looking at this, what do you see? Okay, let's just take that principle and just kind of apply it here. What do you see here? Well, we've got sideways action. Boom, we've hit the low. I'm expecting us to come up and hit the high. Boom, come out, take the lows out, and then go. And this is Seth's count. This is Seth's main idea. That we go take the highs out, and then we come down, take the lows out around 40, 50,000, and then we can go maybe after that. Now that's a bullish count, and that's a real possibility, and that's something we could see. And that's a great market maker move, and often that is, what is happening. Now that may or may not happen here. Depending on what they're doing with this range here. Okay, let's talk about the bullish scenario. The bullish scenario says, hey, we've got some kind of a W, X, and a Y that just it's finished, it's done, it's complete. Okay, there's a W, X, Y, and yeah, it's finished. So with that, and that WXY that you see is some kind of wave 4 on the higher time frame on the daily chart. Okay, so this is the count 1, 2, 3, 4, and now everybody's expecting a fifth. If that's the case, we're looking for a we're looking for an extended fifth. Okay, we're looking for an extended fifth. Okay, if you want to know what an extended fifth looks like, look at the third wave and look at the fifth wave in the third right here. Boom, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's an extended fifth. So that's what an extended fifth looks like. When I pull the fibs on this guy, what extension did we come to? Boom, boom, boom. Came to the 1618 extension. Okay. Now I think that's too low for this big wave. But let's just look at the 1618 extension and see where would that take us if we get an extended fifth. 1618, boom, 145, and that is my first target. Okay, so 145, that's a fantastic target. Actually, 145 to 150, that would be a lovely target to see. Okay. So there's a possibility. There's a moon boy count. So how would that look on the smaller time frame? Let's go to the 4 hour, see what the wave construction would be. Well, zooming in to this wave, what do we have? What's the wave construction? The wave construction is you have a B wave that looks like this. It's a flat. There's your flat B, and you can see that we came down. Boom, we came right to the golden zone, the 618 retrace. Boom, there it is. 3 moves, 3-wave move. Okay, and now we're impulsing. Okay, now we're impulsing, and this pullback right here, is in part of an impulse to the upside. Now, so what's it got to do here? What's general? Well, it doesn't have to do anything. Number one, it doesn't have to do anything. However, I think we have a flat working right here. So there's 3, and let's go 5. Okay, let's come up here. Let's go 5, and we might be in the mood here for a 3-wave move back. Okay, before we go up. Okay, so in other words, let's talk about that. Boom, right there. Maybe we hold this trend line right there. Maybe that holds. All right, and what we get is a 1-2-1-2. Now, a 1-2-1-2 construction is hugely bullish. So if this is a 1 and a 2, this would be a wave. This would be a wave right here, wave 1 of the smaller degree, okay, and a wave 2. So in other words, this second 1-2 is the 1-2 of the third wave. So what would that look like? Well, we pull the extension on that wave, right there. Boom, boom, boom. You guys missed the boom, boom, boom days, don't you? And we're looking for, you want to see this go, I mean, as big as this is, I'm looking at the 3618, 2618, 3618 as a potential extension here. So I'm looking at 1, 2, let's go 3. That doesn't look big enough. There it is. 3, 4, 5 up to about 120. That would be wave 3. That right there, what I just drew would be wave 3. Okay? And if that's wave 3, then what we're going to be looking for is 1, 2, there's 3. Consolidate for wave 4, and then we go up and hit the last extension. Boom, wave 5 up here. Okay? It may not be that big. That's probably too big. Let me redraw that. 1, 2, there's 3. Consolidate, consolidate, boom, boom, boom. There. I'm not drawing it very well. 1, 2, 3. Boom, boom, boom. And then final hit to the high. Boom, boom. And then we'd be coming down for a big move down. All right, and what that would be on the 3-day time frame, it would be the finale of this larger move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that would be the grand finale of a 5-wave move of Bitcoin to the upside, and then we'd be looking for a multi-year bear market. We get down, we play back up here, boom, crash. Maybe we crash that fast. But that would take right there, that would take 5 years. That would be wave A. We have a rally. B, here we go. Everybody's thinking we're going to go up to the moon. No, we're going to come back down and come back down to $20,000. Boom. Multi-year bear market. And that gives, that allows time for, just this market to, to do whatever. By that time we're going to have more crypto, different cryptos out there. I don't know what the market's going to, but right here, here's an impulse wave, okay, and this could be the end of it. All right, so how many of you like that count? How many of you like that? You say, well, that's a good count. That's So there's bullish analysis. That's, for those of you, for all my detractors that say, Jim, you're a bear boy. I'm not. I'm not a bear boy. I'm not a moon boy right now, unless the chart tells me to be moon boy. Now I'll tell you what, the chart is really bullish right now. It is. It's very bullish. But the question is, Seth, is it too pretty? It may or may not be too pretty. I think this is where they're screwing everybody up, right in here, so it doesn't look too pretty. So what I'm expecting is if it's going to go up quickly, we may be getting a hit to the low, something like this, before we go to the moon. Now, what I've just drawn right here, this could take to the election. Actually, yeah, this could take us, if they want to drag this out. Okay, this wave could kind of come up here, boom, boom, play around, come down, come back up, start coming down, coming down, coming down. And all of a sudden, after the election, you get this dump, and it goes fast and furious and quick. Breaks that level. Maybe breaks that trend line. And then it comes back up in here. Boom. Pull back. Off to the races. There you go. And that's how it could play with the election in mind. Okay. If we're uncertain, if we're playing in an uncertain world in Bitcoin for until the election. Now, I don't know if that hypothesis or that scenario is actually the way it's going to play. I don't know if uncertainty in the market is what we should expect between now and the election. We could get a pump in the markets before the election. They may try to pump the markets before the election so that maybe it's favorable to the incumbent or something. I don't know. So I don't know how the powers that be are going to move the markets, because they will move the market. But it's it's a possibility. All right, so there's some bullish scenarios that could play. And now this move right here, this idea here that we come down here first, it doesn't have to play. That's not the only only way it could go up, but it's certainly a plausible idea that you should consider. Let's talk about some other ideas here. It is possible that this is actually right here an A, a B, and we have a truncated C, and that's finished. And so there, what you've got then is a very nice impulse wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There it is. There's an impulse wave. You could say possibly that this is wave 4 right there, and that's wave 5. You could say that maybe. The only thing I don't like about that, counting the subwave count of wave 3, 4 comes into the proposed 1. So I think a better count would be an extended fifth wave there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The rule is that basically wave 3 can't be the shortest, and in this case it would not be the shortest. So I think that's a plausible scenario there. So that could be 5 waves there. Okay, this is a 3-wave pullback. How far did we come on the pullback? I don't think we hit the 618, did we? We have not hit the 618. We came down to the 50 and rejected. Okay, so that's another reason why I think down might be the direction. Okay, because generally speaking, we come down to the 618, but we don't have to. In a really bullish scenario, we could come to the 50, which is what we've hit, and then we've impulsed out of it. Okay, now we're playing around a little bit, but we could go hit the high, boom, 3-wave pullback, and then go. Okay, this trend line could hold right there. Boom, there it is. Okay, so it comes up. We get the candy cane with the spike. This is a shape of an impulse right there. Candy cane with a spike. Get a 3-wave pullback. Take that out. Retest this area here. Retest this trend line, and then we get a pump up out of here. Okay, so there's a possibility for you guys right there. That's a scenario that could play. I don't know if it's going to play, but it's certainly that's a more bullish outlook. In which case we would not see that hit to the low that I was talking about earlier, but rather we would pump up and out of here, and here we go. Now I don't know if that's going to play either. I don't know anything. All I'm saying is that this is wave structure analysis, and these are ideas based on wave structure and the geopolitical landscape that we're in. Okay. All right. So what else could happen here with the wave structure? What else could be happening that's a little bit more nefarious? Let's see. Well, again, this could be right here a leading diagonal. Instead of looking at that as a WXY, that's a leading diagonal. That's actually a leading wave to the downside, which means that instead of going up, we have a 3-wave shape here that's finished. This was the 3-wave correction of this leading diagonal. We came to the 618 retrace of that diagonal. If I pull the retrace fibs here, as Elliott guys, we like that 618 retrace. Boom. Came right to the retrace area, kind of went through it, hit it, played around, and then hit, stop hunt to the high, had a volume spike here, and then we got a rejection. Okay. So now what might be happening here, which I shared just a minute ago, is that this could be a flat correction of an impulse out, okay, and then we're looking for more down. All right. So one of the things I would pay attention to as a trader here is that this trend line right here, that's our support trend line. That's going to be support for price. If price starts coming down and coming down with any kind of speed, and it hits this line. Okay, I would look for a little pullback, maybe if it's nice, and then and boom, something like that. Okay, I would look for price action to break it, retest it, and then go. All right, that would be bearish to me. That would be a bearish scenario. So if I were you and I wanted to watch the chart and say, okay, when do I get more bearish? When do I need to have a stop? If I'm going long, if I'm bullish here, and I want to be long, where's my stop going to be? Well, I'm really going to consider this as a potential stop for a trade, this trend line here. A break and a close on the daily maybe of that trend line, okay? Now, if it just breaks it and then wicks back within a day or a 3-day candle maybe, then maybe we're not so bearish. But certainly a break of this and a rejection like that back up, that's bullish. However, if we get a break and a close and then it retests it in 3 waves, that's bearish. Okay, that's bearish. So that's the way we're going to look at this wave, bearishly and bullishly. So if I'm bearish here, this could be, this is a leading wave. Now, leading waves can start corrections or they can start impulses. Okay, in other words, this is a 5-wave leader with a 3-wave pullback. Now, that 3-wave, I'll be honest with you, this 3-wave pullback doesn't look deep. I mean, it doesn't look finished to me. It really doesn't. It looks like we need more upside. You know, it just feels like, it really is kind of truncated and dumpy looking. I kind of feel like we need more upside. To be honest with you, that's the way I'm looking at it. However, we have to at least respect the notion that that's 3 waves at the 618 retrace. We got to respect that and say this could be coming down here. Now, if it comes down, what you've got here is a potential 3-wave retrace of a 5-wave impulse. We would expect the next wave to be impulsive to the downside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'd want to see support. We really want to see price to come down to what I've been saying week after week. Who can tell me what I'm about to say when I'm talking about support? What word am I going to use to describe it, guys? Right now, who knows what I'm about to say? When price is going to come down to support, what kind of support is it going to come down to? Who knows? Bueller? Anyone? Bueller? Are you there? I know the chat is not live, so. Child support. No, not child support. Come on, guys. I just want to. There you go, Chemo. Chemo's been listening. It's going to come down to real support. The real price support on this chart is at the troughs. Okay, it's going to be at the troughs of the wave, not the peaks of the wave, but the trough. Okay, so in other words, we're going to look at price support at this area here, this area here, this area, these areas right here, and this area right here. See this little area right here? That is a wonderful area of what I would call real price support. That if price starts coming down, you should expect a bounce in that area. Okay, so I'm going to draw a zone here from the bottom of these waves here to right in this area. Now, I know that's a big area. That's a big zone. There's no doubt about it. I know. I mean, shoot, that's a $11, $12, $13,000 zone. I get it, but $13,000 in the grand scheme of a Bitcoin movement, So there's some other areas in there that are secondary support here. For instance, right here at the top of this wave, bottom of this wave, bottom of this, right in here, all this area right there, it correlates with the bottom of this wave right here. So I'm going to draw a secondary box right in here. Let me get a little tighter right there. That's a nice area. What is that zone? Let's put a price tag on it. What is this zone? 39 to 40K. Okay? That is an area, guys, of real price support. Okay? Now, expecting to see bounces and things of that nature at the peaks of waves, absolutely. So here's an area that I would at least say, hey, this is an area I would look for a bounce here, about 48 to 50K. That's an area a bounce could play. But this is an area of real price support, and then the real strong price support right here, the top of this area, bottom of these waves. 30K is pretty strong. Okay, that's a pretty strong area, and especially 24K, super strong. Okay. Well, I say super strong. It's pretty strong. I'd say pretty decently strong for sure. And then finally, the area of like the most support on the Bitcoin chart is right here. Okay, the bottom of this wave here, top of these waves right here, between 12 and 16, and then right here, this zone right here. Oh man, $6,000 to $8,000. Super strong support. So these are the areas of support that we would watch wave structure, say, okay, where are the fibs lining up to take us? there. So if I pull the fibs and project a downward movement instead of projecting an upward movement bullishly, let's look at this bearishly and just run a projection here and see where the fibs land. Okay, so the 1-to-1 extension, of this wave right here. So we've got 5 waves down, a 3-wave pullback right there. If this starts coming down, the 1-to-1 extension of that move is at 40,000. Okay, so 40,000 is an area that I would say, hey guys, that's an important zone. 41,000. Okay, now the 127 and the 1414 area is 31,000. That fib right there is confluent with an area that I've marked of strong support. And what's really interesting on this chart, guys, an area that I marked as good support here is $26,000. It's the 1618 extension. So we could, let me pull now a retrace of this entire move to the upside. Let me pull a retrace of that and see if there's any overlap with the fibs. Okay, let's see if there's any overlap. Okay, so our golden, notice where our golden zone comes. Our golden zone comes down to 36 to 37,000. So that's an area I would pay strong attention to on the way down. Okay, the 1618, man, nothing's really overlapping, but the 1618, no, the 786 retrace is correlating with the 1618 and the 1414 in that zone, but nothing's really jumping out me at super strong. Let's draw a trend line now. Let's draw a couple trend lines and see what trend lines might interact, and see if we can just get an area that we might see some bouncing here. So there's a correlation right in here about 40K. 40K, guys, seems to be a strong area of we could expect to bounce. Okay, 40,000 seems to be a really good level. Okay, let's draw some more trend lines. Let's draw another one right here. Okay, if price gets down here, that's going to correlate with about 26,000. All right, so 40,000 to 26,000 are two areas I would say, hey, if price starts coming down, those are areas we would want to see bounces. Okay, all right, so there's the bearish analysis right there. Okay, and so you say, what would this be, Jim? Well, to stay bullish with this kind of a move, what we'd have to say is that this is an extended fifth wave. That this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That we have an extended fifth wave. All right, it's real trashy, but that's an impulse, and that's a wave 1 or a wave A of a 3-wave move. Okay, so that would be A or a wave 1. Now, if it's a wave 1, we're talking we are so bullish on Bitcoin, right? It's crazy. We're going up to $1 million. Okay. And that would correlate with a dollar collapse. Okay, so Bitcoin's price action, going to $1 million, because the dollar would collapse. That's that scenario. But if it's just an A wave, then we're looking for a B wave. So that would be A. Then we're looking for B. Okay, this could be B. All right, or it could be the A wave of a larger B. Something like that, right? So B here. So this would be a. Well, sorry. So we get a 3-wave move and then down again. So this would be A, B, C down there. Okay. So that becomes a WXY correction of an impulse wave, all right? And then we go. And this could be a big A, B, C. If you can interpret this as 3 waves and this as 3 waves, then you can interpret this as 3 waves. Now, I'm not a big fan of that count. I don't think that's what's going on. I really don't. But certainly something to pay attention to. What else could it be? Let's clear the. Well, I don't want to clear the chart too much. What else it could be is part of an impulse wave to the downside where you have a wave 1. This is wave 2, not A, B, but it's 1, 2. And now we're looking for 3, 4, 5. We could come down here, find some support. play around for a wave 4. Okay. And then that would set us back up for the crash of a lifetime. Everybody be freaking out with Bitcoin. And this would be a large, what we've been talking about for a very long time, A, B, C. I know you don't want to see that happen. I know a lot of you are like, no, please no. But that is the bearish count. That is a very bearish possibility. This would come on the heels of a market collapse of S&P, NASDAQ, and probably Bitcoin would follow suit. So something geopolitically would have to happen in this world, some kind of black swan event that it would include crypto, lead us into the next phase of crypto evolution, that Bitcoin could be dying. In fact, Bitcoin might be dying as an asset people trade and hold, and we trade Bitcoin for some kind of future blockchain asset that maybe something happens with the governments and Bitcoin. I don't know. I'm just saying. Okay, what could cause this? A crash of Tether, maybe. Of course, I think a crash of Tether would cause Bitcoin to go up. I would imagine, because people would try to be getting out of Tether in order to buy Bitcoin. So that would probably drive the price of Bitcoin up. So if Tether fails, people would be getting out of Tether, selling Tether, buying Bitcoin with it. I would imagine that's probably the case there. So that wouldn't be a likely. There could be something that we can't see, we can't fathom, we can't picture in our minds what could be doing, but something that could definitely happen that would cause a market, or at least be the explanation of a market crash of this proportion. Okay, that takes us back down to $3,000 Bitcoin. But you have to understand, I think all the charts, all the crap coins are poised for to die. I think personally, this is my opinion, that there is a crypto winter coming. Again, I don't know what's going to precipitate it. There will be a reason that will be in the news. Everybody's going to say, "Oh, that's the reason why," and everybody's going to know it, and everybody's going to feel it. It's not anything you can foresee or speculate. You can speculate on it, but it's not going to be something you can fathom at the moment. But everybody's going to accept it as the real reason a crash like this. Nobody can see it right now because everybody's bullish on Bitcoin. ETF. The master magician's look at my right hand. ETF. While the left hand is sell. Got their finger on the sell button. Okay, so everybody else is buying while the big boys are selling. Okay, you just got to know that that's the way they play. Now, I don't know if that's what's going to happen or not. I started with my bullish count, but this is the bearish scenario. Okay? So, which is it? Which is it? Is it going to pump? Is it going to dump? Or is the market going to remain uncertain for the next couple of weeks until the election is decided? Good question. Good questions. They're all good questions. I don't have answers to them. Okay? Well, Kemosabe, you know that MicroStrategies. I know you know this, but they're not beyond dying or failing or making the wrong move or being taken out. XPR 88. There's nothing to be wrong here. Okay. There's nothing right or wrong. I started with a bullish scenario and I shared a bearish scenario, okay, and then I shared everything in between as well. So what you're going to find here on my channel, and I can't stand comments like yours, I guess, because number one, you think you're right and everybody else is wrong, and then number two is you think that anybody can know. So. Yeah. An argument for the bullish scenario here is that if you'll notice something on the charts here, guys. what you haven't, and this is also an argument for the bear scenario. So the same argument can be made for both. You see this big volume spike? My chart is my chart's jumping, guys, so sorry. Okay, you see that big volume spike right there? Okay. You see where it happened? At the COVID dump? That volume spike is super significant. I mean, look how much volume happened at this area on the chart. Okay? And then this came down. Okay, it came down this level. Look at that volume spike again. So when you see those kinds of volume spikes, they mark the end of moves, okay? Now, we haven't seen another volume spike. Okay, we haven't even seen an increase in volume. See this steady increase in volume here? See this kind of steady increase in volume right in these zones here? We haven't really seen that kind of increase in volume with a spike that's called. You'll notice the volume here. The volume's pretty steadily, moving. So the question is, now here's an argument. Is this supposed to go up here so that the volume starts to pick up, and then finally spike with a smaller amount of volume? But both of these volume spikes were at lows. So what I'm wondering is that, are we going to get a third volume spike? Here's that trend line. I had this earlier on the chart, which we marked the 26,000 level. That's a nice level, right? But I wonder, now, we don't have to get a 5-wave move that looks like this, because one thing we could say is we could get a running flat here, guys. We could get a runner. But as big as this is, I would expect this to... I don't like the running flat idea. That would be good. Something like that, where you get a 3-wave move. Boom. 3 waves, and then it goes. It's a running flat. I don't like it, though, because, I mean, it's not going to go up straight like I've drawn it. It would take a long time to go up. Take a look at Ethereum here just for a minute. Give me a second, guys. Okay. All right. Go to this Bitcoin chart here. All right. So wave structure here. I don't have any answers, guys. I just have questions, but I have ideas I'm posing. And that's a pretty big volume spike there. Pretty big spike there. Small time frame. Now this is the Coinbase chart. You can see that the spikes are a little bit more consistent here. That was so big, that volume spike. But we've been moving up on decreasing volume. I would expect volume to start breaking out. Here we were correcting on increasing volume. So that to me is accumulation. This to me is distribution. We've been pumping on increasing volume. I don't know. I'm kind of the distribution mindset, really. But this could be a wave 4. Wave 5. Get a volume. Oh. Get a volume spike, boom, and then down we go. Volume is so low right now. I'm just doing a little volume analysis, guys. Yeah, but just looking at this, it just looks like it needs to go up. Spike. Can't you see it? Can't you see it? Not only does it need to go up visually, but it needs to go up very tall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, but the problem is, what if this comes down, hits the low, and then does that? The problem is there's no support on this chart. Look at the monthly support. Here's the monthly support right here. Right here. Here's secondary support. There. We just really haven't hit any monthly support. That's what I'm bothered by. And on this monthly, we have an inside bar right here. We closed inside of this bearish engulfer here. We closed inside of it. That usually is an indication of, price action stayed within that bar, closed within it. So that's usually an indication of continuation. So I think there's a strong argument here that says we get a bearish dump here down to 36K. I just think the chart looks too good to go up. It looks too good to go up. It looks so like it needs to go up. The chart is almost demanding me to, Jim, this is going up. And that's the problem I'm having, guys. That the chart has such a look. It looks so good that I think they're going to take it the opposite way. Give us one more hit to the low. Okay. So I would look for some support right in there. 40K, guys. 40K. I mean, now I don't think that's going to be final support, but I think 40K area is a good place for a bounce. Is it going to happen this month? I don't know. We might get another doji here, or some kind of bearish candle. I don't know. We may not get any golf or anything this month. It may just be like some kind of red, Okay, there's the analysis tonight, guys. Small time frame. Let's do some micro for trading this week. On the small time frame here, guys, what do we have? Let's go to the 1 hour. Right now, the 1 hour is looking kind of bearish, but I'm kind of looking at this as a potential ending diag. Let's go up and hit the high. Boom. And all of a sudden, what you've got here is a running flat. A, B, C. Three-wave correction of this impulse. Down we go. So there's an idea for you. Whether it plays or not, I don't know. Whether it actually happens or not, I don't know. But it's an idea. One hour chart, we got some strong candles here. Weekend low volume. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 days of the week. Isn't that interesting, guys? Look at this. I never saw this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. Isn't that interesting? Look at it, guys. It's for the 5 days of the week. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Isn't that hilarious? That's so cool. I've never seen that. Hourly chart, guys. Coinbase. Check it out. 5 days of the week. So we got 5 days of the week. So we're looking for some volume spikes here. Let's see where the volume spikes came. Let's just check it out. Let's just see. This past week, The highest volume was right there at the peak. Boom. There's your pivot. Down was the direction after that. The highest volume. Had a volume spike here. Oh, stop. Volume spike there. And a volume spike there. It came at peak. See, this is a correction. Then Wednesday's spike came at the bottom here. Correction into Thursday. And the spike came at the bottom. So spikes are coming at the bottom of the moves. So this was a 5-wave move down. And then Friday's volume. Look at all that pumpy volume. Came at the top. That volume spike came at the top. Correction. Alright, so this move is not finished. This volume spike came at the top. Wait, I'd like to see another. I think another volume spike. I don't know. Okay. Well, anyway, just looking at those, how they're using volume and those volume spikes. When you see them, the out of the ordinary volume that comes on the hourly chart, okay. If they happen at a peak, generally you can take the opposite trade. For instance, here was a volume spike at a peak. Boom. And if you look, you had a nice wave here, right? That could have given you an entry short. How long to hold it's another story. It's hard to know how long to hold it and whatever, but it gives you at least a trade entry. This one happened at a peak as well. This one had happened here. Yeah, you play with that, guys. See how to trade with it. I use that same principle on the lower time frames. When I see volume spikes out of the ordinary, I'm usually looking for the opposite trade of especially if it happens at a peak, a bottom peak or a top peak. If it's a bottom peak, I'll look for a long. This could be a flat right here, guys. So instead of us going up again, this could be an impulse. Boom. 3-wave pullback. Boom. You got another impulse. This could be some kind of This could be some kind of ugly impulse. This could be a flat right here. Boom. And now we're going down again. I'd love to see this spike up, hit the high, and this be the flat, and then look for a short. That would be my preferred scenario, I suppose. We finish this flat out. If it's a flat at all. go to the 15-minute. Three-wave pullback. Looks like you got a 3-wave, 5-wave. Nice 3-wave shape. Boom. 1, 2. Or, here's another way to look at this wave. There's an impulse, yeah? And now you got 3. So there's 1, there's 2. We're looking at 3, 4, 5. You know. Up we go. Maybe. I'd like to see this hold. If this comes down here, that's okay. Because that would be boom, 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 and then up again. That wouldn't be bad right there. Minute chart. Just doing some micro analysis here, guys. Okay, I don't know. Those are some ideas for price action. Let's see how it plays out. I don't know. Let me take a peek at Ethereum with you guys. I'll look at XRP and just kind of see what's happening here on the. Let's go to the 1 hour chart on Ethereum. What is this wave structure here? What is that? This looks like boom, boom. See, this could be a flat right here that's finished. And now we have another flat here. This could be coming down there. WXY. Yeah, so the way this looks, you got an initial wave, pullback, and now we're going again. So we're pulling back and then we're going. That's the way that looks to me. So small time frame. This is clearly 3 waves. That's 3 waves. So what if that is... What if that's 3, 3, and then we get 3? WXY. Golden zone pullback. One, two, one, two, and then there's a bullish. So that's a bullish look right there. Now, what would that be? That would be Ethereum getting ready to break out to the upside after a big old three-wave correction. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then here we go. So Ethereum, there's a bullish look at Ethereum. We start to get more bearish if this trend line right here, that trend line doesn't hold. If this breaks to the downside, we're going to start getting more bearish. Okay, we're going to really, really watch this trend line right here. This needs to hold. So what am I seeing here? Daily chart. Triangle. So there's a fake out bullish count. Or that's a 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's real bullish. Ain't got no answers, guys. All I have are questions and ideas. Let's look at XRP quick. That's what I drew for XRP a while back. It's playing very nicely. Looks like a bearish short term. Three. Let's go boom, 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 and then up we go. And that would be some kind of 1, 2, or A, B with the C. And it could mean down after that. Bearish idea is that this was the pullback. That's a 1, that's a 2, and now we're impulsing. Down to finish. This was some kind of wave 4, 5, 3, 3, 5. Up we go. Flat. Flat, flat. Oh. WXY. Are we bearish right now? I'm bearish for the time being, I think. DXY is pumping. I don't know if this is just a three-way pullback. And down we go. Or if it's part of a larger pullback. Is this part of a larger flat? Boom, boom, boom. And then down. That's kind of what I think. I would like to see dollar get up here and then crash. So, all right, guys, there's the analysis, guys. I enjoyed being with you. I'm not going to take any requests tonight. I'm pretty exhausted, pretty tired, had a pretty rough week. Not a lot of sleep lately, but there it is. Hope you enjoyed Sunday Night Charts. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for being around. I like the ideas I presented tonight. My thoughts right now, I've given some pretty good, decent little thoughts here in this small time frame. Let's see how it plays out. Let's see how it plays out. My first and primary idea is let's see if we get a pump up here, and then that becomes some kind of a finished flat, and then we come down. Or the opposite of that is this was a three-way move. Boom. We get a spike, three-way pullback, continuation. That's bullish. That would be a beautiful thing to see. Oh man, would that be beautiful. I'd love it if that happened. Let's see what happens. I wouldn't mind taking a long and hitting 145. Wouldn't mind Bitcoin going to 145. That's Joe Kogo. You have a good night too. Hope y'all have a good night. Thanks, Kimosabi. Good to see you, Seth. Andrew Vegas. Thanks for joining me on the Sunday Night Charts, man. All right, guys. We're going to call it a night. We'll see you later.